Paper Mario: The Origami King is Intelligent Systems' latest entry into the immensely humorous Paper Mario RPG series. It's the 6th entry in the series at this point, and despite the lackluster reception to the most recent games, Origami King continues the trend of implementing new gimmicks and themes for every entry, both for better and for worse. Like with most Mario games, Paper Mario: The Origami King starts off with Princess Peach once again finding herself in trouble and in need of Mario's help. However, this time it's not the big old Koopa causing the issue, but instead Ollie, an origami-obsessed king who is hell-bent on taking over the kingdom. This involves taking both the civilians of the Mushroom and Koopa kingdoms and folding them into new entities. Along with the help of the now folded Bowser and King Ollie's sister, Olivia, it's up to Mario to save his home and unfold the mess folded onto the kingdom. In classic Paper Mario fashion, its writing is the star of the show, with humorous self-aware jokes and paper puns as far as the eye can see. From the Goombas that have always wanted to fight Mario and are more like fans than enemies, to the just completely out of nowhere comments that Toads have when you rescue them, the Origami King had me chuckling any chance it got. Where Sticker Star used stickers and Color Splash used color, Origami King uses confetti and origami. It's with every new entry in the Paper Mario series that some sort of new paper theme gets used, and Origami King is no different. In just about every nook and cranny on your adventure, you'll find little cracks and tears in the paper world. Just as abundant are the handful of confetti bunches scattered everywhere, ready for you to collect, along with a few other items too. These pieces of paper help fix up the gaps left in the world and reward you with coins and other items. In a way, it's another form of currency on top of the traditional coins. Now, as the name suggests, origami is a theme at the forefront here, both in terms of villain and puzzles. Just about every enemy you face is a folded up version of a character you've come to know and love from the Mario series. These fights are presented in a 3D space following a turn-based battle system, though on a revolving ring. While a lot of the basic mechanics of Paper Mario are here, like the boot landing jumps and the hammer dealing a wider amount of damage, the revolving ring is the new mechanic. At the start of every battle, you'll get the chance to move the rings around to better position enemies around for your attack. It was fascinating at first, but over time it felt more like a chore that just lengthens the playtime. It didn't add that much strategy to the combat, nor did the different items or moves that, for the most part, remained the same the whole game. The ring mechanic itself feels like it's solely there to perfectly position enemies for a bonus hit, ultimately making the point of it to make an already easy battle system easier. My biggest exception to this were the boss fights that flipped the script on me and had the boss at the center while Mario slowly made their way to them. In these moments, the ring mechanic became much more fascinating and interesting. It felt like a true layer of strategy. While these weren't very common, I look forward to every one of them just solely because they did offer that change of pace. Outside of the combat, Paper Mario: The Origami King offers a linear approach to its storytelling with puzzles that feel self-contained within the area you're in. You're not really backtracking around entire worlds trying to find the right item. Instead, everything seems to be in the right place for when you start solving a puzzle. All of these features felt like quality of life improvements that both cater to veterans of the series, but also more to the casual audience just wanting to get into the series. Ultimately, while I did love a lot of the writing Paper Mario featured this time around, I partially long for more of the permanent partners that became so popular in the first few installments and more of the RPG-centric mechanics. Paper Mario: The Origami King instead offers temporary partners specific to each location that more or less focus on the story than combat. Likewise, there are RPG mechanics here, but they feel pretty bare bones. Paper Mario: The Origami King knows it has a charming visual style, and it uses it to full effect. We've seen the series use the paper theme countless times before, but the idea of everything being made of paper or some sort of variation of it isn't lost, and nor is its magic. Seeing the puff of smoke coming out of a go-kart just being crumped up pieces of paper, or the way just a giant living thing is a paper mache project, it never fails to make me smile. It only got better the deeper I got into the 28-hour campaign, though I'll try to let you experience those surprises for yourself. The animation work, most notably in the cutscenes, also came out incredibly well. Perhaps it's been that long since I've seen a CGI Mario, but it looks like it belongs in an animated film. If anything, it gets me thinking of the Illumination Mario film that's being made at the moment. When it comes to performance, you can expect to see dock mode run at 900p and portable mode run at around 640p. Both ways to play target a 30 frames per second performance, though you'll see the occasional dip during the heavier animations and boss fights. Typically these fights lock at 30 FPS, but the fancier attacks drop it down to the mid-20s. Outside of these instances, performance is great, and despite the less than 1080p resolution, Paper Mario shines thanks to its vibrant and colorful art style. The Paper Mario series has never slouched when it comes to having a great selection of music, and the Origami King is no different. Immediately when I heard the remix of Peach's Castle's theme, reminiscent of the original Mario 64, I had the biggest grin on my face. It's almost like stepping back in time. It's not just the nostalgia tracks though. The new music here is filled with bangers, with my personal favorite being the funky new battle theme. For as much as I didn't like having to use the new ring mechanic during battles, I found myself constantly hitting every enemy just to hear this music again. It's that good. Paper Mario: The Origami King is another solid entry in the series that caters to both the casual audience and the veterans of the series. As a result, it's not the most challenging or RPG focused entry in the series, though it does introduce some new interesting mechanics, some landing better than others. I, like many that originally fell in love with the series, long for more classic RPG mechanics with original characters, and while that seems long and gone now, this more approachable take to the series is still solid while keeping the humor that made me fall in love with the series in the first place.